Oh, wow, we got a brand new OTS announcement. Wonder what that's going to make the market feel like. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. Oh boy, OTS Tournament Pack 30 actually has been announced, and I can't tell you that I'm not too excited about this. So they gave us confirmation down here that there'll be 3 new Ultimate Rares, including a Super Star Slayer Ty-Phon Sky Crisis. I'm intrigued why they chose Ty-Phon of all things. Me over here waiting for, you know, Ultimate Rare Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring like everybody else has, but for some reason we continue to dodge this. Also, we do have that Neuron tournament happening right now, and they're pushing, you know, Sky Crisis into an Ultimate Rare when they're giving out sleeves and things like it coming up literally this weekend for certain OTSs. So I'm intrigued by this, honestly, because this is a very interesting timeline. Now, if you've checked your Ty-Phons, you might have noticed, yikeroos, man, these QCRs have literally tanked into the ground. These are $136 now if you're a QCR collector, because ideally it only has the lowest listing right now. Now, I mean, how often do you get sales on this? I mean, you had a near mint back on 1013 for, you know, a little bit of money, but these are very far and in between when they actually do choose to move. Obviously, you still have the secret rares, which these have tanked down quite a lot, honestly. You get a European English here for a little bit less. You can get a misprint secret foiling for $5 from Gamer's Choice. It's actually incredibly cheap for that. Also looks like, what, your Ultras are $3, $6.50s for your Platinum Secret Rares. This card isn't an extremely large amount of money. Like, it's actually quite cheap for what you're dealing with on this market. Next up here, Tiras, the Keeper of Armageddon. So, we saw a Vanquish Soul list earlier in the week that showed up that was playing this, and I'm still doing a double take from that because that's such a weird thing to see. But I guess there is a little bit of a warranted discussion to be had here on, you know, is Tiras worth playing? The downside is, I mean, with K9 cards, this is a light monster. You are not going to get, you know, massive value off of this. But, I mean, the other thing is this thing can't be destroyed by card effects while it has material. And at the end of the battle phase, it gets to pop something as long as it attacks, or if they attack into it. But this is basically a super safe way to make sure that I can get my Zeus to stick around on the field if, you know, we're going down that play line. So, definitely an interesting tech choice. Also, I mean, the Starfoil is also $8 for this, and you're looking at like $8 to $10 for the Epic Dawn. The oversized version has not existed on TCG Player in a very long time. Actually, I don't even remember seeing an oversized version of this, so that's kind of crazy. Legacy of Yata-Garasu. For those of you that do pay attention to some of the back-end random things, the secret rare misprint for this has actually broken some pretty crazy numbers now. We are actually at $80 per copy of this, which I can't say that I'm a little bit shocked about this, but do we have any like lesser conditioned ones? It looks like even mods are $74. But yeah, you're looking at like $75 depending on where you're going with that. That's kind of crazy to think about. Also, Pharaoh's Tour. I get to talk about these cards every blue moon because these were European versions of these cards. Basically, they were given out as participation prizes at a couple of events underneath Upper Deck. They are a little bit rare for what they are. You do have the Toon Dark Magician Girl. So we've got 23, 24, 25 on these. You actually had 2 sales very recently. I'm honestly very shocked about this for the $25 range. Wow. Your other version of this, which was very desirable for a long time, which was the Stratos, which, I mean, you could get German for this for $10, but there's plenty of these. You can see ARG's got 13 or 21 of them. You can even see Core TCG's got a chunk of them at $13 a piece. Now, I mean, the Stratos does move in between. It's definitely a little bit more solid of a mover. And then, of course, the Zoa, which you've only got one listing for this. Surprise, surprise. And this is at $12. So I'm a little bit surprised about this. We have no sales data on the Zoa. Okay. 2025 Megatins. How are these going? So for those of you that have paid attention to the tins a while back, we did see that the tins themselves had some stupid value. It does kind of look that same way here. I love you can get the bundles for 180s. Of course, you know, they got to put these on the tin listing and not the bundle listing because, you know, they're trying to get that extra money. But anyway, coming in at 152 for the bundle, which is crazy. You mean to tell me that the tins actually have value? Yeah, oddly enough, they do for some people. Your most expensive card still wandering around in the tins is the Dominus Impulses, coming in at $41 an Impulse. Purge is still coming in about the $30 mark. And then, of course, Perulia's still kind of bringing up the back end here at 30s. And a single tin, this is the crazy part to me when we get to look at products like this. $32 on up to $35 for a single tin. Why do I want the tin when I can buy 2 of the bundles, get all the product, and not worry about the tin? Like, I never thought I would see the day where we'd have like a reversal of roles here with the expected value on product versus tins. Like, that's hilarious. Fua's $23. Also looks like tracks. I love the fact that tracks in this set are still $16. There's not a lot of Fiendsmith even bending an eye at this. You can also get imperms now at $13. Individual mega pack bundles, $14. It's actually not bad. Lordly Load still holding at 10s. SPs are down to 9s, which is honestly not too bad. Those Iron Thunders are still $8. I mean, this is still one of the best cards on the market. Pawn Agreeds. You know, for all of this Genesis format hype that this community, you know, went on about, I'm more impressed to see that this is a $7 card, which feels like being consistent across the board. Lacrim is also $7. Nightmare Thrones, 5s. The Queen of the Blazing Domain, these are 550s. These never went down, which is kind of crazy. The Regekis are also $4 for the Starlights. It looks amazing. Requiem's hitting 3s. Wow, Nightmare Apprentices. You know, I would not be shocked to see Nightmare Apprentice get made into a rare in the Heck of Hands set. Like, I know, like, they just reprinted in the tins, and it's already an extremely low-value card, but could you imagine Konami just dumping that hard? We also have Druis Worms, still $3 a Druis Worm. That's amazing. Fire King Ukulonyxes, these never really recovered either. Still $3 is not expensive in the grand scheme of what people expect on the market. Bot Herders, down to $3. Okay. For Rudris's, 3s. Magna Hut's also a $3 card. You know, I gotta give it to the tins, man. This set is the most consistent $2 to $3 set in the world. Also, Shining Sark is something that I still am going to continue to mention on the long haul here, because as time does progress and we do inch closer to that Dark Magician girl, or the Dark Magician coming out, I would not be surprised to see the Shining Sark getting literally obliterated off of the market. It's one of those good cards that checks all of the things we expect to see. Wow, Chaos Sorcerer is $2. Holy crap. I did not expect to see that. Chessy Cat's still doing pretty well on the market. Also looks like Red Rose doing pretty decent. Malice in the Under, hey, if you want to build Malice still, the deck is literally pennies, which is an incredibly crazy thing to see. Shield also, see, like, you finally hit like the dollar mark here with these cards, but like when you look at this set, like the only thing I can help but see is like good potential penny stonks as, you know, future development kind of goes on. So my question to you guys is, what do you think is going to be the best long-term solution in the near future here? You know, what product you think is going to go crazy out of the tins? But please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.